They ended up doing something unique and different for teenagers of their age, reading. For the fun of it, no less, which would have come as a surprise to several people. Then again, these were unique circumstances, and as such whatever significance reading had over other activities that teenagers would find enjoyable was lost as they became engrossed in their respective books. Jack had almost predictably gone with The Hunt for Red October, and Chastity had eventually settled for reading Jurassic Park. By the time she started reading, though, he was already lost in the wonderful world of Navy espionage, and it wasn't until much later that their reading interlude was interrupted by Mary, who brought them bottles filled with fruit juice. Jack and Chastity shared a look mixed of bemusement and mild concern, but they nevertheless drank. Jack had the idea to unscrew the top from his and drank rather casually. Chastity slapped her forehead when she saw what Jack had done to his bottle. "Now why didn't I think of that?" she groaned. Jack smirked. "Because you're the one attempting to enjoy this." Chastity made as if to throw her book at him and Jack cowered suitably. "That's what I thought," she said with an air of triumph, and then unscrewed the top of her bottle as well. Jack only chuckled a bit to himself and went back to reading. Of course, their peace was not to last, but before it was inevitably disturbed, the two teenagers had enough time to finish their bottles, and once again Chastity was following Jack's lead and replacing the cap on her bottle. When it was disturbed, it was Mary who was the disruptor rather than Jean. She noted with quiet satisfaction that both teens had emptied their bottles, but before she left she fussed over Chastity for a bit. "What's the matter?" Chastity asked, a note of anxiety in her voice. "Oh, nothing at all, honey. I'm just checking your diaper to see if you need to be changed," Mary said as she unhooked Chastity's overalls and exposed her diaper. It was very girlish, and it was also very wet. "Oh my, you're soaked," Mary reported. Jack studiously engaged himself with his book and was able to spare Chastity whatever mortification there would have been had he watched her have her diaper checked. "Come along and let's get you freshened up." Chastity grimaced. "Now?" It was almost a whine. "Better now than later," Mary said. "Come on. Won't take long." Chastity grudgingly got up, after rehooking her overalls, of course, and followed Mary to her room. When she reappeared a few minutes later she was no longer wearing overalls and a shirt, instead she was wearing a pink onesie similar to the one she had worn the previous night. Also, rather than Mary following Chastity back in, this time it was Jean.